How's it going, y'all? Give me 1 second here. Let's see if we can. All right. How's everyone doing? Let's see if I can get these comments going. Live chat. There we go. Let's see. Sorry, how's it going, Jay? Took a little bit of time to get set up here. Get my cards loaded up. There we go. Hey, how's it going, the Journey Jackpots? How are you guys doing? Jazzy, good seeing you. Hopefully that music's not too loud. How's it going, Flamingo? All right, so we are here in Kinder, Louisiana, and we are going to be doing. So my last video that I just put out, I talked about my set spins method. Pretty simplistic, right? It is a way that you can, one, minimize your losses and maximize your potential wins. And just like everything, it's about bankroll management, bankroll conservation. That's the whole philosophy, right? You do not want to give back all of your money to the casino. Whether you're coming here with $100, $200, $300, $500, maybe you just hit a huge jackpot and you want to take a little bit more risk, you have to do something to ensure that, one, you give yourself the opportunity to win more money if that's what you want to do, but you also limit how much you actually will lose. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Shout out to Horseplay, though, for sponsoring this video. I appreciate that. We're here on what's known as a multi-game. I'll show it to y'all. So these are great. So I've played on multi-games before, especially at WinStar. They have multi-game Ainsworth machines. Thanks, Flamingo. I appreciate it. Can y'all hear me? The music, the speakers are right above me, so hopefully y'all can hear me. Let's see if we can minimize some of this glare. All right, so I love these multi-games. Kashada has a huge bank of these here. You can see them. It's actually double-sided, and this is actually for their ATV giveaways, so you can win an ATV on these machines. But I like these because a lot of different denominations, up to 50 cents. A lot of good classic games. Buffalo, Pompeii, which is one of my favorites, Mighty Cash. A lot of people walk past these kind of games because they don't realize, there's a Mighty Cash here with progressives on it. Or what we're going to start with, Dollar Storm with progressives on it. So a lot of people walk past these kind of games. So like I said, set spin method, all about bankroll management, bankroll conservation. What we're trying to do is limit our losses, but also maximize our potential wins. So if you're starting with a small budget, really just want to set yourself a limit and you want to keep track. So let's say you have a $100 budget. Okay, that's reasonable. We all come to the casino with sometimes $100, $200, $300, $500. This way, this is your low walkaway limit, right? Let's say I put $100 in. I want to do about 50 spins. You don't want to make too much or bet too much because you're going to burn through your money too quickly. You also don't want to bet too little because you want expected return. What's an expected return on a machine? I think we sometimes forget that a really good bonus or a really good line hit, even on a low volatility machine, is 100 credits. So if you're playing at 30 cents, let's say you're playing Kitty Glitter at minimum bet 30 cents, if you win $30, that is actually a great hit. That is 100 credits. So understand what your expected return is and base your walkaway limits on that expected return. Double Diamond's a great example. I know that a really good consistent hit is going to be that triple bars with a double diamond symbol. So that's going to be about 160 credits, and that's a really good hit. If you get somewhere between 50 to 100 credits back, you need to think about walking away. And that goes back to why we do a set spin. Well, if I'm doing 50 spins, 50 credits, right? So even if I do get a good hit, that brings me up about 50% above where I started if I'm at my halfway point. So understand what your expected return is and kind of base when you walk away on that. So we got $100 in. Well, we want to do 50 spins. So that's going to put us at about a $2 bankroll, right? That's a lot of options. At 2 cents or 1 cent, we have $2. At 2 cents, we'll have a $2 option on this game. On 5 cents, I think we're looking at $2.50. And so if there isn't an exact number, what we're going to do is we're kind of just adjust the math a little bit. So here, 50 cents, we want to stick to about $2. We don't have. So let's go with lightning. I think 250 is pretty consistent across all the bet denominations. That's what, 40 spins? So let's call this 40 spins. So let's start with this. Let's get this volume turned up. Oh, those are nice side orbs. Okay, decent. So 7 spins at this one. Let's try 5 cents. 250. 8 spins. Now, in general, unless we get absolutely nothing, we know for sure we're going to leave this machine with something. Not bad. Not much going on here. Okay, so that's 20. We're at our halfway point of spins. We still got $60. Now, let's say you don't want to bet you want to change denominations. I like to jump around denominations, right? Well, we're at 20 spins right now. We can still do $1.25, but we just double count them, right? So that would be 21, 21, 22, 22. So we're just double counting. 3. Ooh, 25. 6. We're just looking for action here. Let's try over here. 27. Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. Oh. Come on. 1. Right. Oh. All right. Okay. This is not a method or strategy that guarantees you win. It is a method or strategy that limits your loss. Like, you know me, a lot of times I just like to play to the halfway point. Well, sometimes it's only 25 spins. So sometimes you want to play something more, but sometimes you just want to take a little bit more risk. It is always better to leave the machine with some money than no money. Now, in this particular case, we weren't getting a lot of action on the games. We could have just stopped, right? You don't have to do the set number of spins that you want or that you've designated, right? You don't have to give away all that money. If it's a game that's playing really well, yeah, keep going. If it's not, you can stop. I kept going just to demonstrate. It's pretty simple, but it's something that most people wouldn't think about doing. And it's really important on higher in volatility games. Set a number. If you want to take a risk, I hit a major today, right? I was playing on Dragon Link and landed a nice major, tax-free major. I won't tell you exactly what it was, but I came literally that close to getting a hand pay. Well, I wanted to take a little bit more risk. So I took some of my profit, set a set amount of spins, and I did that. I did that on my last video with Stinking Rich. I took some of my profits, right, put it in there, set a number of spins, got into a bonus, got a hand pay. It's not going to guarantee you win something, but when it comes to profit, at least it means you're not going to lose everything. Now, I chose 50 spins here. You don't necessarily have to do that. You could have done 25. You could have chose smaller bets and done more spins. It's whatever you want to do. And I know it seems super simplistic and it seems silly, but think about how many times you go to the casino and you just play it all the way down. 50 spins is plenty of options or plenty of opportunity to get into a bonus, right? And if the game's not playing, just move to something else. You don't have to sit down and play on the machine that you sat down initially. So in that one, let's move to a different machine. Let's see if we have any more luck on a different machine at a higher bet. Gotta remember to take. Now, ideally, right, we walk away with a little bit more than $14 off 100, but you never know. You never know what it's going to be. But if you do that 5 times, at least you're not leaving with nothing. But I like these multi games because you got a lot of good different games on it. I want to see what the other mighty caches look like on this game. There's an ATV we might be able to win. Oh, actually, that's kind of perfect. I wanted to play. I like Pompeii. Oops. Again, special shout out and thanks to my sponsor, Horseplay. Horseplay's America's only online gaming platform that uses live horse racing to power their gameplay. Oh, look at that. Someone left 25 cents in here for us. Lucky 25. All right, so we got 200 in here. Now, let's see. I want to do some bigger bets. So let's say we're going to do $5 spins. So at $5, that gives us 40 spins. Let's see what we got here. We go 5 cents. Did we have any $5? Nope. There we go. Actually, Let's see what maybe 10 cent has some. There we go. Pompeii's a really good game. It's got a great bonus in it. It's an old school. Not a lot of people play it. But before I do that, let's just take a look at Mighty Cash and see what that. Yeah, they aren't too high. Let's see. All right. All right. Fingers crossed we get something better than we did over there. That's 10 cent denom. So sorry if I don't reply to your chats, y'all. They pop up and they disappear really quickly. Also, try to help me keep track. I'm trying to talk and do the count. I think I'm at 8 right now. Normally, I actually have a clicker that helps me keep track of the spins. At least we're getting more kickbacks on this one. Let's try this.
Attention casino guests. Our continuity distribution area will be closing in 30 minutes. Our continuity distribution area will be closing.
Nice, that's a really good hit. That's why I like this game. At least keeps you going. So I believe that's 20. So again, like on these, I just double count. So 21, 21. 22. Nice hit again. 22. Let me know down in the comments if y'all have tried horseplay. I've had a lot of success recently. I've had a couple of great jackpots on there. We've got some shorts coming out with those. One of the reasons I really like horseplay is there are no W2Gs. So it doesn't stop your gameplay. So if I got a $5,000 jackpot the other day, didn't even have to stop playing. Oh, come on. I believe that's 30 right there. Am I right? Is that about 30? Oh, Come on. I'm all about not having to report those big wins to the IRS, even though you're supposed to. Make sure you always report all your wins to the IRS. Seven. 38. 39. Oh, come on. All right. 2 cents usually hits. All right. So we put in 200, cashing out 132. Again, these methods aren't necessarily going to make you a winner. What it is minimizing your loss. We're betting bigger amounts, right? $5. Like I said, if you want to bet at a lower amount, occasionally see where it's hitting, you can drop it down, just add up the difference and keep track of it. It is kind of hard to keep track of it while I'm doing this. I have a little clicker. Sometimes it works. So not this last video, but the video before, you saw I was at WinStar, I was playing on the Enforcer, hit a major, it did great on the Enforcer, took my money over to a Ruby Red, did 50 spins at $10. Didn't win, but I didn't give all my money back. Again, the next one, played Stinking Rich, we had a hand peg. That's the thing. It's not going to necessarily mean you're going to win. It's minimizing your losses. And this isn't just for winning money, this is just for when you're playing too. If you have $100, you can just do dollar bets. You do 100 spins. That gives you a lot of time just to check out a game. Thanks, appreciate the hair thing. I don't have my hat on today. But this is another way. It's all about bankroll management and bankroll conservation. So let's cash this one out, and then let's go try to find us another game. Maybe something a little bit more classic. What's one of the things I really do like about horseplay is that it has an automatic counter. So I don't even have to think about how many spins I'm doing. It'll automatically count up all of my spins. So I can keep just doing what I'm doing. If I only want to spend 250, I'm only going to spend 250. Temple on Fire is actually right across from here, but someone's sitting on it. Now, I'm a big fan, you guys hear me talk about it all the time, is not playing with my vouchers. It is the easiest way for you to give your money back is by playing with your vouchers. So I just stuck them away in my bag. I don't keep adding them in there. And at the end of the day, this is a shorter session, so I'll kind of know exactly where I'm sitting. But if I'm playing with like $1,000 and playing on multiple games, I may not know what I had. And it's pretty surprising sometimes what I'll actually end up with. So let's move over. Kind of want to try something different. Let me collapse this. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? We're gonna play one of my favorites. Oh, look at these fat bears.
Hey, fireman.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm David.
Okay, give me I'm doing the live right now.
This is my wife, Debbie.
Hi, nice to meet you, Debbie.
Are we going to be on YouTube?
You want to? Say hi.
Sure.
Some low-budgeted fans. Gonna hear a Kishada. Good seeing you. I'm looking for something. Hopefully something good to win on. Dragon Leaf's treating me pretty good today. Yeah. All right, well, it's good seeing y'all.
Yeah.
Catch you when I'm done. Said hi, Debbie. All right, this is one of my favorite games. This is actually, so these game systems, They're known as Game Kings. Let's see if I can get a wider view here. So, kind of see these banks here. You'll see they have multi-games on them. These are IGT games. These are a lot of the older ones like Mystical Mermaid, Coyote Moon, Wolf Run. And a lot of times it's based on denom. So like you see Mystical Mermaid, you can only have it at 10 cents here. You have these at 1 cent. These are really great games. You see me play them all the time on the channel because they are relatively consistent. Now your bonuses aren't going to be crazy big, but like if you're a low roller, Kitty Glitter, and actually like Coyote Moon, Wolf Run, their minimum bets are really small. So like for instance here, minimum bet is 30 cents on this game. You can choose how many lines you want, and then your bet amount will go up by 30 cents. So if you're a low roller and you have $100, you know, you can do 3 games at 30 bucks each. You know, count off 100 spins, and you're gonna leave with something. These are some of my favorites. They always play pretty consistently. You never know exactly what you're gonna get. I was gonna play on Coyote Moon, but there's someone else over there. Thanks, Richard. Now you can do this with lower volatility machines, but honestly, they play pretty consistently. You're getting more than your back every single time when you do get a line hit. Line hits are spaced out. This is really something more I do with high volatility games. A lot of times, again, like I say, I stop usually at my halfway point.
Trevor to the poker
So,
room, 4 limit hold 'em.
Let's
Trevor
go.
to the poker room, 4 limit hold 'em.
Oh, Trevor. We can do 90. I don't know if you guys can hear this. This is Kinder, Louisiana. This game always reminds me of Aristocrat. Or not Aristocrat. Aristocats. Not bad on 90-cent bet. I'm just playing at all different bet levels, just kind of for everyone. I know some people bet $5, some people bet less than $1, so we're just kind of playing the field. Now again, expected return. I'm not expecting huge wins on a 90-cent bet. You know, 100 times my bet would be $90. So that right there is 50 spins. So we've lost, $17 in 50 spins. Almost $1 a spin. That's not bad. So just a good way for you to manage your bankroll and ensure that you leave with something. So if you're wondering what the 18 states horseplay is available in, I'll pin it in the comments afterwards. Again, thank you for them for sponsoring this video. See, we need one more of those. There we go, at spin 39. So this is a great point. Depending on what the bonus is, if it was me, if we got over our $100, I'd probably stop there or play it down. A lot of times, you may not get a bonus. If you get one early on, I highly recommend, if you're going to use this method, just stopping there. If you keep playing, chances are you can give your money back. And you don't want to do that, right? As you saw, not every session is going to be a winning session, so take the wins when you can. Who knows what this could be? Hopefully we get a bunch of re-triggers. Kitty glitter is great, but it can be a bit rough. So we need a couple of those diamonds. Every time we get 3, it takes off one of these symbols. So there we go. So I got a lot of comments from people asking why I took a sponsorship of horseplay. Honestly, I have never partnered with anyone before, and I didn't really want to because a lot of it was these social casinos that. Oh, there we go. We got a re-trigger. And you know, Mr. Handpay did a video about them, Jason. And very deceitful tactics, and I just couldn't morally partner with them. I talked to the guys at Horseplay for months, and I loved what they did. I talked to Eric, Jackpot about it. They're a great, reputable company, and that's why I partnered with them. If you use my promo code on their website, you get $50 of free play. Bonus credits. Now you gotta play through your bonus credits 10 times. They're also offering a $250 introductory offer. So if you do, you can do as little as $10. You get $10 plus my promo code, which is $60 in free play off of $10. Or you can do $250 and get $300 in bonus credits. Come on, we need more diamonds, which is not a bad deal. I always recommend going low, see if you like it. I'm not here to push it to you. I don't make any money if you win, if you lose. I've got a lot of videos coming out showing gameplay on horseplay. I lose in a lot of them. I win in some of them. It's just like a normal gameplay here. Come on, we need a retrigger. Oh. There we go. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. Do you like Kitty Glitter, Mystical Mermaid, Coyote Moon? There we go. If we can get one more retrigger, we'll be able to fill that up. I mean, we got 10 more spins, 11 more spins. There we go. Oh, this could be good. I mean, we're only betting 90 cents, remember that. A $545 bonus, that's incredible. There we go. Remember, keep your wins realistic. If we were betting $10, right, this would be a $500 bonus. Always look at it in the terms of percentages. That helps you set those limits to walking away. It's funny, the last time I filled that up, I was just messing around, 30 cents. Got multiple re-triggers. Filled it all the way. It was I think like a 300 times multiplier, but it was at 30 cents. So, oh, I thought we were gonna re-trigger. Do it. I know the music is great. It's one of my favorites. If you're listening in from Horseplay, I would love a cat-based game. Though they do have a football-based game with the tiger. I actually play that quite a bit. Oh. Okay, it's always like the second to last spin. Now we really need a re-trigger. All right, give me a thumbs up, y'all, if you're liking it. Hopefully we get something big. 2 more spins. Oh man, come on. Last one, re-trigger or something big. Oh, that's the way it is. $71 on a 90-cent bet. Why couldn't we have gotten that when we were betting $5? Am I right? All right. What do we do after a big win, right? We reassess. We talked about it. Expected return. That is a really good bonus for a 90-cent bet. That's, what, roughly an 80% win at what we're betting. So let's do 4 more spins. We'll cash out at 140. And there you go. Look at that great one. $24.90 just on that hit alone. Now, a lot of people ask me why I don't do a lot of backup spins. I do them. In the videos, I don't do them a lot or all the time because I try to instill that discipline of taking the wins and walking away. But we're going to reassess. Let's see what we feel about at 165. Remember, we still got to make up for a little bit of loss. All right, we're gonna call it on that one. All right, remember, set those walkaway limits both on the high side and on the low side. We basically didn't quite double up, but $65 in profit makes up for a little bit of our losses. This is a big thing I talk about. Strategies don't always work. Methods don't always work. Setting walkaway limits, understanding that you don't have to spend all of your money, that is what's going to keep you winning over the long run, because you're going to have a losing session like we did over there. And sometimes they're small and sometimes they're big. And you're going to have winning sessions. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're big. And over time, they just even out like that, just even out. So a lot of times, I end up leaving the casino fairly even. Anyone who's ever played with me in the casino can attest to this. It's not about making money every time. It's coming, having fun, staying even, and then boom, you're here. Cool, then you stay there. Next time you come, maybe nothing happens, but the next time, boom, you're up. As you saw in my last few videos, I've gotten crushed at WinStar over the last year, but then my last trip, just win after win after win, and that'll happen. And because I stayed even so much throughout my gameplay, now it's profit. I don't have to make up for huge losses. This isn't for everyone. It is not for everyone. I do it this way because I'm a low limit player and I like to build up and use the house's money against them. If you come here and you're perfectly okay with losing all of your money, that's fine. That's yours. I'm perfectly okay with it. This is just how I play and what has been successful for me. So let's find, we still have one more $100 left. Let's go find something else and give it a shot. Now, another big part of this kind of method is I do these on games that I know, right? I know how Lightning Link plays. I know how Kitty Glitter plays. I know how Pompeii plays. I very rarely will do this on a game that I don't know how it performs because I just don't know. And if I'm trying to conserve my money, then I don't want to play a game that I have no idea if it's extremely volatile. Like I could, if I'd never played Frankenstein, for instance, I could sit down on that and lose all of my money, right? And maybe get $5 out of it. I want to play something that's going to keep me going, give me wins, and those wins I can then play on something a little bit higher in volatility. We've been playing some higher stuff. How about this? Let's play a classic medium in volatility game. One of my favorites, either Pinball or Top Dollar. Oh, sorry y'all, I got some bags here. I'm trying to juggle everything. And always make sure you cash out. I left 4 tickets in 4 different machines today. All right. We're just gonna move right over here to the non-smoking area. Again, I'm playing for budgets for everybody, so we did some higher limit stuff for people. And we're going to finish this off on some lower limit stuff. Perfect, no one's in there. You know, a lot of people think it's weird that I'm a firefighter and I don't like cigarette smoke. Well, I don't want to get cancer. And I get exposed to cancer a lot in my job, so I'm not a big fan of it. So it's one of the pluses. If I do want to scratch that casino itch, I can play horseplay online and I don't have to go to the casino and deal with cigarette smoke. Because right now it is just killing my throat. I know I need a Lucinda, don't I? So we're going to play us some Pinball. This one's great. This one actually has a 25 cent and a 50 cent. Let's go with 50 cents. They have a double top dollar right next to it. And funny enough, so the last time I played this double top dollar next to it, I won $300 on a 50 cent bet. let me see something. See if I can. All right, that's a little bit better. How's that look, y'all? All right, so we're gonna go with 50 cents. We're not gonna do 100 spins. Let's do 50 spins. Again, what is my expected return? I know that Pinball's average bonus is gonna be somewhere in the 80 credits. So if I do 100 spins and I get down to the end, I may not make my money back. If I do 50 spins, I might, if I get a bonus, make my money back and make a little bit of profit. So I'm always thinking about expected returns. One thing to know in this game is, so here's the pay table. If you bet 2 credits, the only difference you're going to see is if you get the triple double diamonds. If you're betting 1 credit or 2 credit, the amount that you're going to win is going to be the same. So at 1 credit or at 2 credits, you're going to get 2 for cherries and so forth. That's very important to know. So while it has a lower in volatility base game, you're getting less back because that bonus can be so good. Same thing with top dollar. So a lot of times in this game, you'll actually have, it'll be very poor performing because you're not getting your double bet back. Come on. So a lot of people ask why I get it so close into the machine. Because when you're watching on your phone, it's really hard to see these credit amounts. So a lot of times I zoom in on the machine so that people on their phones can see them. Oh, come on. Well, I definitely miscounted at some point. All right. That was definitely more than 50 spins, I think. Yeah, I guess we got a bunch of cherries. We got a couple lines. Yeah, so I probably did about 10 more spins than extra. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. But that's actually good view. So let's see. Let's add it all up. Okay, so $373. All right, $373. We didn't win anything crazy, but we played for an hour and we lost $127. That's not bad, right? Like I said, you're not going to win every time. It's about minimizing your losses, right? This is entertainment first and foremost. But if you can minimize your loss, I got to play for an hour, you know, and we were doing $5 bets in the beginning, $2.50 bets. You could absolutely do this with $100 and be doing dollar spins, and you can extend this a lot longer. It's about walking away with something, and that is so important. How many of you would have just kept playing until it was all the way down, hoping for that next big hit? Yes, could you? It absolutely could. But I want you to think about how many times you're playing and you get a bonus, and it's what, 10 times your bet, 20 times your bet? We keep forgetting because it happens so often on these games, these higher volatility games. We're like, oh, we're so used to just that 10 credit win in these hold and spin features of the free games. That is a normal line hit on a lower in volatility machine. But a really good hit is 100 credits. So if you get that and you're, $10 from the end, well, you're just back up there. And getting a 100 credit hit and above is really, really hard. I want you to think in perspective. That is getting the 777s on Double Diamond. How many times have you played Double Diamond and gotten a 777? 100 credits and above do not happen that often, right? So when they do happen, understand how big that is. Set a limit. If you want to keep playing, play down your original budget, the original amount that you put in. You gave it a shot. What's the chances that you're going to get another 100 plus bonus? You might. You absolutely might. And again, this isn't for everybody. If you want to take the risk and it's all about entertainment, that's perfectly fine. But if you're on a budget and you're a conservative player and you don't want to risk all your money, this works. Again, it doesn't guarantee profit, but it does minimize your risk. As you've seen in a lot of my videos, I only play my budget down to halfway. Why? Because no matter what, I'm leaving with half of my money. And actually, had I done that today, I would be leaving with more than that $373 of my $500. Because that first game we did actually pretty poor on. So I would actually be leaving with closer to what I started with, and that's usually what happens with me. Again, y'all, I appreciate you watching. Shout out to Horseplay, and we hit 50,000 subscribers yesterday. A huge milestone for me. May is when I hit 30,000 subscribers, and that was my 1 year mark. And 6 months later, we got 20,000 more subscribers, so absolutely incredible. I really do appreciate it. It means so much to me. Again, thank you to Horseplay for sponsoring the video. If you want to check them out, use my promo code LBHL, and you'll get $50 in bonus credit play, and they're offering an introductory offer of up to $250 in bonus play. So if you deposit $250, you'll get $300 in bonus credits. If you deposit $10, you'll get $60. That's not bad either. Well, y'all, if you liked it, hit the like button. And as always, I can't wait to catch each and every one of you out there at the casino. Have a good one. And sorry if I didn't see your comments. They kind of disappear really quickly.
What's the odds of me running down to local farm?
I'm actually trying to figure out how to log out. There we go. Sorry, y'all. Still figuring out how to log out.